Hello, good morning. I hope you are doing great. In the last class, we discussed about the structure of plasma membrane and transportation of substances through it. So we have finished with the basic knowledge of the cell structure. In today's video, we will be discussing about basic knowledge of photosynthesis and respiration. We will compare the two processes. So let's talk about photosynthesis first. Photosynthesis is the process by which green plants prepare their food by using sunlight. They capture the solar energy and convert it into chemical energy. So that is photosynthesis. And that is not done by only green plants, but there are some bacteria and algae also which perform photosynthesis. In bacteria, we have cyanobacteria. So, apart from green plants, algae and cyanobacteria also contain chlorophyll. That is the main pigment present in the plants required for the absorption of solar energy. So, we have green plants, algae, cyanobacteria, which are going to perform photosynthesis. So, whenever this process is taking place, the light energy will be converted into chemical energy. And if we talk about the basic reaction of the photosynthesis, then that is represented by the equation. Okay, I am writing the equation here. The basic equation of the photosynthesis is carbon dioxide, water. Here we have solar energy. It is going to give us glucose C6H12O6 and oxygen will be released. So, the raw products which are required for the photosynthesis are carbon dioxide, water. Carbon dioxide and water are utilized for making glucose, and oxygen gas is also released in the atmosphere. This solar energy is converted into chemical energy. What form of chemical energy you are getting? Why you are saying that chemical energy is formed? Because we are getting glucose, we are getting oxygen. Okay, so getting glucose is a plant food that will be utilized by the plant for various life processes like reproduction. Okay, then it will be used for energy production in the plant body. So different processes which are going in the plant body, they will be getting energy from the glucose. Okay, they will be getting energy from this chemical. So we can say solar energy is converted into chemical energy here. So these are the raw products required for photosynthesis, and these are the end products of the photosynthesis. Along with glucose and oxygen, we also get some amount of water, and some amount of heat is also generated during this process. Now the glucose which is formed here, it can be used immediately by the plant, or it can be stored in the form of starch, or it can be converted into fat for the future use. So that is photosynthesis. Okay, so photosynthesis जो है, that is utilizing energy for making glucose. But if we talk about respiration, respiration is opposite of photosynthesis. In respiration process, the glucose will be broken down to release energy. फोटोसिंथेसिस में हम ग्लूकोज बना रहे हैं और एनर्जी यूज़ कर रहे हैं. रेस्पिरेशन में हम एनर्जी रिलीज़ करेंगे एंड ग्लूकोज को ब्रेक करेंगे. सो respiration is opposite of photosynthesis. In photosynthesis, we were utilizing carbon dioxide and water, but in respiration, carbon dioxide and water will be the end product of the reaction. In photosynthesis, we were making glucose and oxygen as the end products, but in respiration, glucose and oxygen will be our starting product. They will be reactants. They will be raw products for respiration. So equation of respiration is, we have glucose plus oxygen is there. Glucose will be broken down in the presence of oxygen to release energy. So you will get carbon dioxide, you will get water, and you will get energy. This energy is produced in the form of ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate. We will discuss about ATP as well. So if you look at the equation, it is exact opposite of the photosynthesis. I am writing equation of both so that you can compare. First, I am writing the equation of photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide, water. Here you are getting energy from the sun, that is solar energy, and it is going to give you glucose and oxygen. So this is photosynthesis. But in respiration, the glucose is broken down to give you carbon dioxide, water, and energy. So you can see both the processes are opposite of each other. Here energy is being used, here energy is being released. Here glucose is being formed, here glucose is being broken down. Photosynthesis is going to take place in green plants, algae and cyanobacteria only, whereas respiration is present in almost all the organisms. It is seen in case of plants, animals, fungus, then kingdom Protista as well. Okay. In kingdom Monera, like bacteria will also show respiration, but there is different mechanism of respiration in case of bacteria. Now we will talk about the site of photosynthesis and respiration, that where these processes are taking place. If we talk about the site of photosynthesis, then site of photosynthesis is the chloroplast. And the site for the respiration is mitochondria. Okay. Now chloroplast, mitochondria, ये क्या है? Cell organelles हैं. And I already told you that in case of kingdom Monera, which includes all the bacterias, they don't contain cell organelles. It means उनके अंदर ये रेस्पिरेशन फोटोसिंथेसिस जो है वो हो तो सकती है, बट इट विल बी बाय डिफरेंट मेथड. एटलीस्ट उनके अंदर सेल ऑर्गेनेलिस तो नहीं है. ओके, बट वी हैव साइनोबैक्टीरिया, दैट इज एक्सेप्शनल केस. साइनोबैक्टीरिया कंटेन्स क्लोरोप्लास्ट दैट कैन परफॉर्म फोटोसिंथेसिस. बाकी जितने भी बैक्टीरिया हैं उनके पास ये क्लोरोप्लास्ट नहीं होगा, उनके पास ऑर्गेनेलिस ही नहीं होती हैं. दे आर प्रोकैरियोट्स. प्रोकैरियोट्स आर विदाउट न्यूक्लियस and cell organelles. If we talk about mitochondria, mitochondria is present only in plants, animal, fungus and protista. But if we talk about kingdom monera, जिसमें अगेन सारे बैक्टीरिया आ रहे हैं, तो उसमें अगर रेस्पिरेशन होगी तो उसमें membrane will help in respiration, cell membrane. So you need to remember this. Photosynthesis takes place in green plants, algae and cyanobacteria because they contain chloroplast. Respiration takes place in all the organisms, whether they are bacteria, fungus, plant, animal, or protista. But you need to notice that the site of respiration, that is mitochondria, is present only in plants, animals, fungus, and protista. ठीक है, तो माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया इनके अंदर है, प्लांट्स, एनिमल्स, फंगस एंड प्रोटिस्टा. तो फिर जो किंगडम मोनेरा है जिसमें सारे बैक्टीरिया आते हैं, उसमें रेस्पिरेशन कैसे होगी? उसमें तो माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया है नहीं है, तो उसमें रेस्पिरेशन कैसे होगी? विद द हेल्प ऑफ सेल मेम्ब्रेन और प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन. दैट इज़ अ रेस्पिरेटरी पार्ट ऑफ द बैक्टीरिया. Now let's discuss about the ATP. ATP जो है, that is the energy currency of the cell. And it is formed in the mitochondria. माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया में रेस्पिरेशन हो रही है एंड रेस्पिरेशन से एनर्जी रिलीज होती है, राइट? एंड एनर्जी इज रिलीज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ ATP. सो इट मीन्स माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया इज इन्वॉल्व इन द प्रोडक्शन ऑफ ATP. As mitochondria is involved in the production of energy currency of a cell, so mitochondria is called as powerhouse of the bank. Powerhouse of the cell, sorry, okay? Powerhouse of the cell. Now question arises that why the chloroplast is performing photosynthesis, why not other parts of the plant? The reason is chloroplast contains a green colored pigment called as chlorophyll. Okay, it is green colored pigment, and this pigment is responsible for the absorption of solar energy coming from the sun. So chlorophyll is the main pigment present in the chloroplast, which will trap or which will absorb the solar energy and convert it into chemical energy. Okay, so we have ATP next. ATP is the energy currency of the cell, formed inside the mitochondria, that is powerhouse of the cell. ATP is the adenosine triphosphate, means it has adenosine plus 3 phosphate groups are there. Okay, 3 phosphate groups are there. So that's why it is called adenosine triphosphate. Now, how this adenosine triphosphate is formed? We have ADP, that is adenosine diphosphate, which contains 2 phosphate groups. When it reacts with the another phosphate, it forms ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate. And this reaction requires energy. अब आपकी बॉडी में या प्लांट की बॉडी में या बाकी जो ऑर्गेनिजम्स हैं, उनकी बॉडी में से एनर्जी कहाँ से आ रही है? हमने बोल दिया कि आपको ATP बनाने के लिए आपको एनर्जी चाहिए, राइट? ADP विल कंबाइन विद फॉस्फेट टू फॉर्म ATP. और ये एनर्जी कहाँ से आएगी? दिस एनर्जी इज एक्चुअली कमिंग फ्रॉम द रेस्पिरेशन. You need to remember that respiration is the process which provides energy to the living organisms, and that energy is utilized for making ATP, that is energy currency of the cell. Okay, now what is the use of this ATP? This ATP is actually the energy currency molecule of the cell, which will help in sustaining different life processes of any organism. For example, it is going to help in the muscle contraction. You know, the contraction and relaxation of the muscles bring about the body movements, okay, or it will help in your locomotion. So this ATP is providing energy for the muscle contraction. Then it will also help in the movement of cilia and flagella. Like we have some cells which have hair-like structures on their body. Many bacteria have these small hair-like projections on their body. These small hair-like projections are called as cilia, and the longer one, the long hair-like structure, is called as flagella. Basically these cilia and flagella help in the movements. Okay, so cilia and flagella are going to move only with the help of ATP. अगर ATP नहीं होगा तो cilia flagella की movement भी नहीं होगी. Then ATP also help in the active transportation. We have already discussed active transportation while we were discussing the structure of plasma membrane. Active transportation is basically the movement of substances against the concentration gradient, that is from low concentration to high concentration. So that process needs energy in the form of ATP. Then ATP is also required for the synthesis of carbohydrates, proteins and fats in the organisms. Okay, so that is the significance of ATP in living organisms. So I am writing this reaction again. ADP plus phosphate gives you ATP, and this process requires energy. Energy is coming from the respiration. Now this ATP can be broken down to again form ADP plus phosphate, and while breaking down of this ATP, energy is also released, and this energy can be utilized for maintaining various life processes. ठीक है, तो पहले आपकी बॉडी में ATP बनता है. ATP बनाने के लिए एनर्जी यूज़ होती है और वो आती है रेस्पिरेशन से. फिर ये जो ATP बनता है, इट कैन बी यूज्ड फॉर डूइंग वेरियस लाइफ एक्टिविटीज़. ठीक है, यही ATP ब्रेक डाउन करेगा और एनर्जी रिलीज़ करेगा, और उसी एनर्जी को हम यूज़ करते हैं फॉर वेरियस एक्टिविटीज़ लाइक मूवमेंट, सिंथेसिस ऑफ प्रोटीन्स, कार्ब्स, मसल कॉन्ट्रैक्शन, एक्टिव ट्रांसपोर्टेशन. ओके, ओके, इफ़ वी टॉक अबाउट द क्लोरोप्लास्ट, आई टोल्ड यू दैट क्लोरोप्लास्ट जो है दैट इज़ प्रेजेंट इन द ग्रीन पार्ट्स ऑफ द प्लांट. ऑब्वियसली जो क्लोरोप्लास्ट है उसके अंदर ग्रीन कलर का पिगमेंट है क्लोरोफिल, वही फोटोसिंथेसिस करता है. तो प्लांट्स के ग्रीन पार्ट जो हैं, मतलब उसके उसके पास क्लोरोफिल है. तो जितने भी प्लांट्स के ग्रीन पार्ट्स होते हैं दे हेल्प इन फोटोसिंथेसिस. इवन जो आपके यंग प्लांट्स होते हैं, ठीक है, छोटे छोटे यंग प्लांट्स जो होते हैं उनकी स्टेम्स भी काफ़ी ग्रीन होती हैं. दे आर क्वाइट सॉफ्ट, फ्लेक्सिबल एंड ग्रीन इन कलर. तो फोटोसिंथेसिस जो है दैट कैन टेक प्लेस इन द स्टेम्स इवन, बट ओनली इन केस ऑफ यंग प्लांट्स. देन लीव्स जो हैं, लीव्स आर ऑल्सो ग्रीन इन कलर ड्यू टू द प्रेजेंस ऑफ क्लोरोफिल, so that will also perform photosynthesis. Chlorophyll is present in the chloroplast, and if we talk about the number of chloroplast in a leaf, then a leaf may contain 5 lakh chloroplast per square per millimeter. सो यू कैन इमेजिन कि एक पूरे लीफ में कितने क्लोरोप्लास्ट होंगे। अगर पर स्क्वायर मिलीमीटर में 5 लाख हैं तो पूरे लीफ में उनका नंबर कितना ज़्यादा होगा। ओके, नाउ वी विल डिस्कस अबाउट द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ क्लोरोप्लास्ट। Okay, so here is the structure of chloroplast. Chloroplast is double layered membrane organelle. Just like plasma membrane has 2 layers, I told you plasma membrane जो है that is a phospholipid bilayer, right? In the same way, the membrane of the chloroplast is also bilayer. There is one outer membrane and there is one inner membrane. Okay, so outer membrane is there and inner membrane is there. So it is bilayered organelle. And the space between the outer and the inner membrane is the intermembrane space. Then what is stroma? Stroma जो है that is actually cytoplasm of the chloroplast. Just like every cell contains cytoplasm, right? In the same way, organelles also contain their own cytoplasm. So you can see in the background jelly liquid substance will be there. ठीक है, तो ये जो jelly liquid substance है which is present in the chloroplast, that is actually the cytoplasm of the chloroplast and that is called as stroma. Then you can see some rounded structures are there. This one single round structure is called as thylakoid. Okay, this is the membrane of the thylakoid. ठीक है, तो ये सिंगल स्ट्रक्चर हो गया एक थैलाकॉइड और ये जो उसकी लेयर है दैट इज़ द मेम्ब्रेन ऑफ द थैलाकॉइड. नाउ दीज थैलाकॉइड्स आर ग्रुप टुगेदर टू फॉर्म अ पाइल. ठीक है, दे आर स्टैग्ड वन अबव द अनदर टू फॉर्म अ पाइल और ग्रुप एंड दैट ग्रुप ऑफ द थैलाकॉइड्स इज कॉल्ड एज ग्रैनम. सो यू कैन सी हियर, यहाँ भी थैलाकॉइड्स का ग्रुप है, यहाँ भी थैलाकॉइड्स का ग्रुप है. ठीक है, सो बहुत सारे ग्रुप बने हैं थैलाकॉइड्स के. Single one is thylakoid and if the thylakoids are stacked one above the another they will be called as granum, and all the granums or thylakoids are interconnected. You can see they are interconnected, there are some interconnections between them, and these connections which are connecting one granum or thylakoid to the another, they are called as stromal lamellae. Stromal lamellae. Okay, so I'll repeat once again. Two membranes are there, outer membrane, inner membrane. The space between the two is the intermembrane space. Then we have cytoplasm of the chloroplast, that is called stroma. Then we have single round structure that is called thylakoid, and the group or the pile of the thylakoids is called as granum. And thylakoid is the actually structure which contains क्लोरोप्लास्ट एंड क्लोरोफिल. ठीक है, तो जो भी सोलर एनर्जी एब्जॉर्ब होगी, सोलर एनर्जी ट्रैप होगी, दैट विल बी डन इन द थैलाकॉइड्स और द ग्रैनम बिकॉज इट इज़ द साइट दैट कंटेन्स क्लोरोफिल. Stromal lamellae, they are connecting one granum or thylakoid to the another. And if we talk about the cytoplasm of the chloroplast, that is called stroma, it contains some enzymes which are required for the synthesis of glucose or carbohydrates, and it also contains some salts, sugars and DNA also. ठीक है, अदरवाइज आई टोल्ड यू कि जो सेल का डीएनए होता है दैट इज प्रेजेंट इन द न्यूक्लियस, बट mitochondria and chloroplast are such organelles which contain their own DNA. and their DNA is circular, double stranded. ठीक है, they have small circular double stranded DNA. And I told you DNA is converted into RNA, RNA is converted into protein, right? So in this way the proteins are formed in the organisms from the DNA. अब जो न्यूक्लियस का DNA होता है that is quite large because that is going to control all the functions of the cell. हमारी बॉडी के अंदर जितने भी फंक्शंस हो रहे हैं, जितने भी प्रोसेसेस चल रहे हैं, दे ऑल आर कंट्रोल्ड बाय द डीएनए प्रेजेंट इन आर न्यूक्लियस. ओके, बट जो क्लोरोप्लास्ट है और जो माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया है, इनके पास अपना खुद का डीएनए होता है, बट दिस डीएनए इज़ वेरी स्मॉल एज कंपेयर टू द डीएनए ऑफ न्यूक्लियस. सो इट मीन्स ये डीएनए इतना छोटा है कि अपने सारे प्रोटीन्स खुद नहीं बना सकता. सो for some of the proteins it will depend upon the nucleus, while some of the proteins it can synthesize for itself, क्योंकि इसके पास खुद का एक छोटा सा डीएनए है. तो अपने लिए ये खुद के छोटे मोटे प्रोटीन जो हैं इसको चाहिए अपनी नीड के लिए, वो थोड़े खुद भी बना सकता है, बाकी के लिए न्यूक्लियस पे डिपेंडेंट रहेगा. सो एज इट कैन सिंथेसाइज सम ऑफ द प्रोटीन्स फॉर itself, it is also called as semi-autonomous organelle. ऑटोनोमस आप किसको बोलते हो? जो अपना सारा काम खुद करता हो. तो सेमी ऑटोनोमस जो अपना आधा काम खुद कर रहा है, ठीक है. तो इसके पास अपना छोटा सा डीएनए है जिसकी हेल्प से ये अपने कुछ प्रोटीन्स खुद बना सकता है, लेकिन बाकी फंक्शनैलिटी के लिए, बाकी फंक्शंस के लिए ये न्यूक्लियस पे ही डिपेंडेंट रहेगा. सो दैट्स वाई इट इज़ कॉल्ड सेमी ऑटोनोमस. ठीक है, तो माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया एंड क्लोरोप्लास्ट बोथ आर सेमी ऑटोनोमस ऑर्गेनेलीज. सो दिस इज द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ क्लोरोप्लास्ट. Next we will discuss the structure of mitochondria. Okay, mitochondria structure is not given here. I am going to draw the structure. This is the cytoplasm of the mitochondria. Okay, I am presenting it as a dotted fluid. Sorry, I have to draw it again. This is the outer membrane of the mitochondria. Okay, outer membrane. Just like chloroplast, mitochondria is also double membraned organelle. So this is the outer membrane, this is the inner membrane. So this is a unique feature of the mitochondria, that its inner membrane is highly folded. Okay, this is the inner membrane, and these infolds, ठीक है, ये जो infolds है, inner membrane is quite folded. So these infolds present in the inner membrane, they are called as cristae. अब ये फोल्ड होने से क्या बेनिफिट होगा? Actually these infolds are increasing the surface area of the membrane. Now why we need to increase the surface area? Because we want to produce more ATP. I told you mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell which produces ATP, that is energy currency of the cell. So the inner membrane, that is cristae, that is folded. Okay, cristae are actually the infolds. So inner membrane is folded to form cristae so that the surface area can be increased, and surface area is increased so that more energy, more ATP can be produced. Then here we have cytoplasm of the mitochondria, which I am presenting as dotted fluid. So the cytoplasm of the mitochondria is called as matrix. And just like chloroplast has its own DNA, small circular double-stranded DNA, mitochondria also contains small circular double-stranded DNA. So it is also called semi-autonomous organelle. Ribosomes are also there, that is protein factories of the cell. Chloroplast also contains ribosome. क्लोरोप्लास्ट का जो साइटोप्लाज्म था स्ट्रोमा, उसके अंदर राइबोसोम्स होते हैं, डीएनए भी होता है. जो क्लोरोप्लास्ट का साइटोप्लाज्म था स्ट्रोमा, उसमें इंजाइम्स थी फॉर द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स. बट जो आपका माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया है, दैट इज़ इन्वॉल्व इन रेस्पिरेशन, दैट इज़ ब्रेकडाउन ऑफ ग्लूकोज. So in the matrix or cytoplasm of the mitochondria, the enzymes will be there for the respiration, for the breakdown of glucose. So this is the structure of mitochondria. I'll show you the diagram which is given in your textbook. Okay, so this is your mitochondria. Okay, outer membrane is there, inner membrane which is folded, and these in folds are called as cristae. Then we have cytoplasm of the mitochondria, that is called as matrix. This is the structure of chloroplast which we have discussed. Inner and outer membrane is there. Stroma, that is cytoplasm of the chloroplast. Single circular structure is thylakoid, and the group of thylakoid is the granum. So that's all for today. In the next class, we will be discussing about photosynthesis in detail. It was just basic of the photosynthesis and respiration. Bye bye. Take care. We'll continue tomorrow.